It is spring. It is the spring equinox. It is the beginning of Aries season. It is the beginning of the astrological year. And so we're going to feel into some messages for that. I'm going to pull a message for everyone who is guided to receive this reading. And then we're going to have some oracle messages or some one card messages for every sign. Okay, for this time. And so these are the messages that your guides want you to know for this time, this spring equinox time, this beginning of the astrological new year. We have been through so much. You have been through so much. Seeing of what Spirit's showing you within yourself, that you have been seen so that you could come more into this power as the magician. This has been an intense time as we come out of Pisces season of delving deep, deep within ourselves, seeing the shadows within ourselves, seeing the things within ourselves that need compassion, the parts of ourselves that need compassion, just like shadows need light. Those parts of ourselves need compassion. They're painful parts. Yep. This devil energy represents the ways that you have been kept small. You can see the people here in this small little cage of the devil. This is actually the Austera Tarot, which is appropriate for this time of year. But this is about recognizing and seeing the ways that that energy within you has kept you small, has kept you imprisoned. And this is a time when you're being shown the way to move out of that, the way to move into your power, the power of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands and the Magician are very similar because the Queen of Wands attracts in from a place of power. And you can see this power of the lion here. The lion is the divine. You are in a place where you're riding on the back of the divine, of the lion. And the strength card in the tarot has a lion in it as well. The lion represents you being able to lean on and draw from that divine strength, to access something within you that is deeper than your own human limitations, your own human strength here. And the magician knows how to create from that boundless place. So this is all about the meaning of what you've just gone through, with all the deep feeling you've been doing, with all of the deep diving, with all of the confronting of very painful things within and maybe with other people. That has been all about helping you access this power, helping you break out or see the ways that you've been held within your own private little dungeon of the devil there. Okay. And so now, this spring equinox time, it's going to be a time of healing. It's going to be a time of rest. Yes, things are growing and being born and being reborn out there in nature. And you see the bunny here that signifies spring. But this will be a spring of rest. This will be a spring of being easy with yourself, because look how much you've been through, breaking out of those old patterns, facing what you've had to face to come into your power. This will not be a time to push physically or mentally. This will be a time to say, how can I receive more support from the divine? How can I receive more strength from outside of myself, rather than expecting myself to push through in the ways that I did before because of those expectations that I put on myself, that I allowed others to put on me. No, it's time for you to lean on the divine now. Let's feel into the action guidance for this time, and then we'll dive into the individual signs and their short messages. I'm being guided to do something very different with the zodiac messages very soon. And it feels like I'm going to be doing weekly zodiac readings of one form or another. Um, we'll see, but it feels like it's going to look like weekly card readings for the zodiac signs, in addition to some other things I'm going to be doing that are totally different. My guides are just showing me a lot of things that are going to be done differently this spring. So the old format of doing a big monthly zodiac reading looks like it's becoming something else, but it'll become something that's hopefully even more useful to you because you can use it every week. Let me know what you think about that, what you feel about that. So this is the action guidance for right now. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about knowing that even though it's hard right now, even though things can feel difficult, this Knight is going uphill. His journey looks difficult, but that's because it's real. You know, pentacles are a very real delivery and manifestation of what you've been asking for. Things are coming into balance here with the Justice card. Things are coming into balance in your favor for your greatest good and highest purpose. Yes, it may be a slow process. It may feel slow right now. With the Four of Pentacles, you may be tempted to cling on to security in some way because your mind may be pointing out the limitations. The Eight of Swords here is about the mind pointing out limitations and saying basically like, you're screwed either which way you turn. That's not true. Swords are an illusion. But, you know, remember that Devil card. That's about the ego trying to keep you small. That's about the fact that moving into this expansion, moving into being more of your spirit self, more of your true self, more in alignment with the divine, less of who you're not, less of who you've been just because you've been expected to be or conditioned to be or thought you had to be, or were letting the ego tell you had to be because it was covering up that pain or that wound. The more you move into the expansion of self that lets those things go, those defenses, the more the ego or the devil energy or the mind or however you look at it is going to push back and say, what do you think you're doing? You need me. You can't live without me. So this spring will be a time of taking things step by step, knowing that you are this Knight of Pentacles, that things are coming into fruition, but it is slow and, you know, a little plodding at times. So focus on each step, just like that very first card out. Focus on knowing that you are the magician, knowing that you are being given the power. This is going to be a time of focusing inward, of focusing on your power from within, not from without. Because this is going to be a time when you don't feel a lot of power externally. And you may not feel like you have a lot of physical control or power. And you just may feel, you may notice things going on around you that you're just like, I don't even know where to start with that. It's okay, because this is a time that you're being guided to go within and get in touch with that internal power. This is a time that's designed to push us further within so that we can bloom even bigger with that divine energy when it's time. Okay? So just it's also a lesson in going with the flow of that, going with the flow of the divine, just like, you know, nature goes with that. It's not always pretty. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's very slow, but that's what happens in nature, going with the flow of the divine. And for you right now, it's going to look like healing. It's going to look like rest. It's going to look like going easier on yourself. And it's going to look like coming into deeper connection with your true power within. Okay, so let's feel into individual messages for each sign for this time. Whoa, is this for Aries? It is clearly coming out with a lot of energy. Wow. Three of Cups, share the love. Okay. So Aries, for you, the key during this time is going to be accessing real connection, accessing real love. You can see the heart is broken in here, in the heart, in the hand, and that light shining through. You may feel like your relationships um, have been, like many of them have just been fractured and broken, but it's really going to be a time, Aries, for you to see that the joy is coming through that past difficulty, that you actually have so much support around you. Okay. I thought I was just going to be pulling from that deck, but I'm being guided to pull a card from both decks. Okay. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is quiet. She is pretty silent, but she knows things deeply. So, and she here in this deck is holding a heart. Okay. And then, of course, this hand is holding a heart. So, how might you be holding your own heart and protecting it? How might you be being guided and encouraged to connect with others more and draw more strength from that and let spirit flow through you in those connections? It's just about letting people get closer to you, letting people give to you, because, you know, this is a pretty closed off energy here. And this is being much more open. Feels like you're making a shift here, and it's a shift being made through the heart at this time. Okay. So focus on that, Aries. Anything that gets you in the energy of heart opening will be very healing for you right now. And next we have Taurus. For Taurus, it's the Ace of Cups. Love abounds. This is about, similarly, that power through the heart. But here, it's much more about seeing things from a heart perspective, seeing things. Taurus, for you, it's about seeing things clearly through your heart. Four of Wands, seeing the ways that you are being protected, that you are being helped. This is about seeing the wealth and abundance of love and connection and heart abundance, emotional abundance that you do have. So that, you know, and this is, I'm going to be interested to see if this comes out for all the signs, but this green heart energy is really coming out. This healing energy of Archangel Raphael, heart healing. And for you, Taurus, it's about seeing those gifts of connection and love that you have right close to you, right there close to you, and appreciating them on an even deeper level. Okay. Next is Gemini. Message for Gemini for this time. For Gemini, you have the solar plexus chakra. Okay. So Gemini, you're going to be coming more into your power right now. This is about you coming into more confidence, more strength of will, and aligning with that. So you're going to be in a place of going, I am no longer, oh, I love that gold together. That points to Archangel Uriel, the archangel of inner knowing and strength through knowing. Okay. This judgment card talks about aligning with your truth. And this is about saying, I'm no longer a victim. I'm no longer at the mercy of anything external in my life. I'm no longer under any kind of thumb. I am empowered with the divine. Remember that card of the Queen of Wands at the beginning, leaning on the strength of the divine. That's what you're going to be doing. And taking that into every situation. I am strong is going to be your mantra for now, for this time. I am strong. I am powerful. And I can do all things through the divine, through the help of my guides. Okay, Gemini? All right, beautiful. And then next is Cancer. This is the message for Cancer, and it's 222. So Cancer, that's a number of balance and partnership and strength. strengthen that balance. So this is the card that is similar to the Tower, only here it's called Rebuild. You're going to feel things very much being moved around at this time. It may feel dramatic for some of you, Cancer. It may feel, I'm getting just almost violent, just like this lightning, like bam. There may be something that feels very dramatic like that. So it's going to be important for you to affirm through that this is happening for my good. This is happening so I can rebuild. This is happening to clear what is old and holding me back now out of the way so I can move more into my expansion. See these wings expanding out. You also have the Seven of Cups, which talks about opening up to the possibilities. In this deck, it looks a little bit like, whoa, I'm, kind of hiding how overwhelmed I feel. So Cancer, be mindful of ways you might be hiding what you're feeling. You're feeling all of this big deal stuff, and yet you might be like, I'm fine. I've got it. So it would be very healing for you at this time to communicate in some way, at the very least, to your guides and say, I am feeling overwhelmed. I am feeling like this is more than I can handle right now. And you will receive the help you're asking for. Be sure you're open to receive it from other people as well when you ask for it. Okay. And next is Leo. This is for Leo for this time. Leo, this is the Seven of Cups as well. Okay. In this deck, the Seven of Cups looks like daydreams and decisions. It looks like knowing that it's time to move through a door that you have been asking for, calling in. It's time for you to follow that guidance. Whoa. Okay. And here you have it with the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a very new, you can see she looks a little trepidatious here. It's like, I don't really know where I'm going. It feels like these foxes are like, are they my friends? Are they wanting to just like tackle me? What's going on with these foxes? So, and yet they know the way. The fox knows the way. The fox is a spirit animal for that divine guidance, showing you the way. And they're all around her, but she doesn't quite know where she's going. So this is about knowing that, yes, the options are opening to you, Leo. You will find yourself in a time of sensing all of this possibility. You may still feel kind of new and sort of like a kindergartner about, how do I go about doing this? And that's okay. You'll feel like a kid again in a little bit of a uncertain way, and that's okay. Because the key for you is going to be just to tune into that inner guidance and to know that the possibilities are opening up for you, and you will find the way, because these foxes, that divine knowing always finds the way for you. So for you, just, tap into that knowing that, okay, I'm going to feel new at this, but it's going to work out for me. I'm being shown. Okay. And next is Virgo. This is for Virgo for this time. What would you like for Virgo to know? Thank you. Okay. It's the Death card in this deck, which is called Release. And it is very much about the old dying away and the new you, and the new, more authentic, more powerful, more aligned you being birthed. May feel pretty, actually, I'm getting it's going to feel pretty amazing for you, Virgo. I'm getting that this spring is going to be a time when you're like, yes, thank you for getting me out of that old husk. And I feel invigorated. Yeah. I feel like I have new energy. I feel like I can see things from a new perspective. This Judgment card talks about the power of aligning with that energy, of saying yes. I'm really seeing it that way, not focusing on what's being shed, but focusing on all this power and amazingness that's coming through for you now. You're going to, Virgo, you're going to be seeing things in a very, I'm just getting that they keep showing me his eyes, and it's like he can just see. It has so much wisdom. You're going to be seeing things from a much higher perspective at this time. And you're going to be bringing that to all of your actions and decisions. Yeah, I get this to be feeling like a really good, clear, powerful time for you. That's good. You're kind of the first one that's feeling it that way. All right. Well, you and Leo. Yeah, Leo's pretty close to that. Okay. And next is Libra. This is the message for Libra at this time. Thank you. Ooh, Ace of Wands, new vitality. This is nice. This is a new, beautiful new Technicolor start. You're going to be feeling celebratory. You're going to be feeling like full of life. Ooh, and the King of Wands. Wow. So the Ace of Wands is talking about a new beginning. The King of Wands is talking about feeling very powerful, seeing things from an illuminated standpoint. So Libra, it's all about the wands for you right now. It's all about the spirit, the soul, and feeling that passion. Feeling that passion. You're really soaking it in right now. You're soaking in the whole spectrum of your experience. You welcome this time. Yeah. And you're like, you have this knowing that, hey, this is the time I've been waiting for, actually. Yeah. I like it. It's a very, yeah, because you are an air sign, and, you're going to experience these sort of spirit-based energies in a really, really good way. Okay. It's going to feel good. And next is Scorpio. This is for Scorpio. You have the Fool, trust. So the more open you can be, the better. The more you can follow your heart, the better. Okay. It's going to be a bit of an opposing forces experience for you, Scorpio, because you have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is the opposite of the Fool. They are polar opposites. Okay. This is open, this is closed. And the fact that they're coming out together means that it's going to be important at this time to notice when you're in an open heart place, following your guidance, being open, and when you're in a closed mind space. And you may vacillate quite a bit between these two right now. But all that's important is that you're aware of that. You don't have to get into a place of trying to fix anything, trying to control anything. Just bring awareness to it. That's all you're asked to do right now. Because it's going to show you how strong your mind really is. But you're also going to see tons of evidence of how your heart is on the right track, how you can trust your heart, how you can follow your heart. It's going to be sort of an experiment right now where you're going to go, all right, was I in my mind with that? Was I in my heart? And how did it turn out? Because Scorpio, this is going to be a time where you're sort of having a new, you're building new pathways. You're building new pathways within you where you say, oh, wow, following my heart actually does lead me to good things. Maybe it is a good idea to stay in my faith and to get out of the rigidity of the mind. You're going to see real evidence of that right now. Okay. So next is Sagittarius. You have the Nine of Wands. So you may feel tired. You may feel like, gosh, I've been climbing for a long time. I just want to rest. I'm reconsidering this like soul path stuff. It's hard. It's what you might feel like you're saying, but you will also discover a deeper power within yourself. Because the thing that really makes us the tiredest is the sense that we have to do it alone, that we have been doing it alone, or that you have to do it at a certain pace. But if you're climbing this mountain and you're doing it in this emperor energy of, I'm just going to climb at the pace that's right for me and know that I'm in alignment with the divine, that everything that's right for me is coming to me, that I can rest and pause and it's just fine. I'm not going to miss anything that is right for me. It's all there in my soul path. It's not going anywhere. I want you to see all those markings. It's like all the markings of your chart, all the things that are right for you. Everything that's right for you is coming in for you. And you can rest and you can pause. And Sagittarius, it doesn't have to be full steam ahead. It's fine. You can stay in the powerful energy of knowing that you're not losing anything by honoring your need to take a pause there. Okay. And next is Capricorn. This is the message for Capricorn for this time. You have the Five of Swords. And in this deck, I particularly love the Five of Swords. It's the only deck I enjoy the Five of Swords in, because in every other deck, the Five of Swords is a bunch of people fighting and it's no fun. In this deck, though, the sword is in the ground and the fight is over. And the choice is being made to move from the mind and the fight of the mind and the drama of the mind into the heart, into the peace, into the knowing. And it's choosing a gentler way. That's what you're going to be doing right now. You're going to be choosing to put your sword down and live in a way that's kinder and gentler to you. Okay, the moon. So you're the first one who's gotten the moon. And I do always like to clarify the moon, because in my readings, the moon signifies what you're afraid of, what you're worried about, what you are sort of hiding from yourself. Okay. For you right now, it's the knowing that you are leaving some things behind, that you can see this eagle here looking down on all of those past cups in the Eight of Cups and looking down and saying, yeah, all that's behind me. I'm now above it. It's recognizing that you now are at an altitude vibrationally where you just simply can't use those swords anymore. And that might feel a little, you might feel reluctant. I don't even know if it's reluctant, because you know it's time. But, it just might be sad. It might be difficult. That's all. But this is really, really good, because it means that soon you're going to see the fruits of that decision, the wonderful things that come from putting that sword down and living from your heart. So it's a wonderful thing. Okay. This might have some heaviness right now, but that's okay. Okay. So next is Aquarius. Okay. You have heal. This is like the star card. And this is you breaking out of these chains of the past and moving into a very powerful knowing of your soul purpose. I'm seeing you feeling very purposeful. Very ready to do something in alignment with that purpose. You're ready to shake off the chains and grab that new pentacle with this Ace of Pentacles and start something very new. I'm seeing some Aquarius, maybe right now going, wow, I am going to quit this job and start that business, or I am going to move, or whatever it is, but it's going to be a something very real that's in alignment with your soul purpose, that you feel very freed by the decision. You feel very freed by the fact that it's time for that. Beautiful. And finally, Pisces. So for Pisces, you have dreams coming true, the Nine of Cups, one of my favorite cards in this deck. It is about being able to feel that everything you've been dreaming of, wishing for, really is coming in, and even better than what you could have imagined or wished for or dreamed. So beautiful. Okay. And it's coming with the Six of Wands. So this is a really, really good time for you, Pisces. You have moved through Pisces season. You have done what needed to be done there. And you have moved into this time of being able to see, wow, I'm successful. Wow, I've made huge strides. This will be a time of feeling very abundant, feeling like your dreams are being realized. Yeah, it's a very powerful time in the realization of your dreams. That's all I can say. Pisces, you're really seeing some long-term dreams and goals come into view now. So enjoy that. Be sure you're enjoying that. Immerse fully in it. This is like a Pisces party right here with all these fish. And this is your dream come true. So enjoy it in whatever way it comes in for you.